at noon on KSJE 90.9 FM, Farmington.
Hi, I'm Sam Payne, host of The Appleseed, an hour filled with stories for you and your family. And we're not talking about news stories here. We're talking about fairy tales and folk tales and personal stories and family tales and even a little music from time to time. And each story could spark a memory for you that you can share with the people that you love. Hear The Appleseed every Thursday at noon, right here on the information and cultural beacon of the Four Corners, KSJE, Farmington, New Mexico.
Hi, this is Sergio Melnichenko with the Brazilian Hour. I would like to invite you to join me every week with the best and most exciting music of Brazil. Every week, right here.
Tune in the Brazilian Hour every Saturday night at 11 on KSJE Farmington. Eleven minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Monday morning, the 13th day of January 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Scott Micklin. Thanks for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM over the air here in San Juan County, New Mexico. In Durango, Colorado, we broadcast at 103.3 FM. And if you're listening anywhere else on the planet Earth, you've gone to our website to do that, ksje.com. Welcome also to our viewers who are joining us this morning. The video of this program is streaming out live to the KSJE Facebook page and also to our YouTube channel. So welcome aboard, everyone. I am so glad that you are with us. Coming up this morning, we are learning about the return of the Four Corners Conference for Professional Development. We'll give you the details about that coming up in February. We'll get details in the next few moments right here on KSJE Today. Later on, of course, we'll resume our Monday Reboot segments. That's when I get to talk about technology. You'll see and hear that today. 8:50 a.m. on KSJE as well. Don't forget, of course, 9:06 a.m., our Roving with the Arts program. Mick Hess will be here, classical music, our long-standing classical music program with Mick coming up today, 9:06 on KSJE. Outside our studios here at San Juan College, it is currently mostly cloudy, temperature about 25 degrees. We're expecting a partly cloudy day. The forecast says a 40% chance of snow flurries. I'm not sure if we're going to see any of that today, but that's in the forecast. Maybe some more sunshine by this afternoon. Still cool. The high today only 36 degrees. Partly cloudy overnight tonight with a low near 16. Tomorrow more sunshine with a high of 35 degrees and a low of 15. It'll be sunny on Wednesday with a high of 36. I'll be back with my guest with more right after this on KSJE. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center. The caregivers of San Juan Regional Medical Center are committed to bettering the quality of life, health, and care of individuals, families, and our communities. Life is their sacred trust. Better is their mission. Here is their home. San Juan Regional Medical Center, improving the health of the Four Corners since 1910. I'm back in Studio A this morning with my guest, as I mentioned, talking about the return of the Four Corners Conference for Professional Development. Joining me here in the studio, Bryan Myers is here, the co-chair of this year's conference. Good morning and welcome to KSJE. Nice to have you here.
Good morning. Excited to be here.
Thanks for coming in and to talk about the return of this conference, which is a big deal because I know for a long time this was the go-to conference in the area and still is, I think, with the return. And talk to me a bit about the history. I think it's been known by different names over the years, but it's got a long history in San Juan County.
That it does. The last conference that we held was in 2019. The conference started in 1985, so we're calling this 2025 conference, the Resurrection Conference. And I have a brief history that, if you don't mind, I'll read so I don't make a mistake. So,
that's all right.
The history of the Four Corners Conference for Professional Development has been long and diverse. In 1985, Joyce Donald, president of the local Better Business Bureau, was tasked by Governor Tony Anais' office with putting together a governor's regional conference for women. The governor provided $500 of support, and Joyce formed a committee of more than 40 women in the county and held the first conference at San Juan College. In 1988, in the fourth year of its existence, the governor's financial support was no longer given, and the name of the conference was changed to the Four Corners Conference for Women. Then in 1999, the emphasis changed slightly. The name was changed to the Four Corners Conference for Professional Development, as it is today. An active recruitment of male attendees began. The mission of the Four Corners Conference for Professional Development is to provide high-quality local professional development, perhaps not available otherwise to attendees, and also to provide scholarships for future professional development to conference attendees. The conference has been held for most of its years of existence at San Juan College, which is the conference's largest in-kind sponsor over its history. The college currently sends may be sending individuals to this conference as well. I haven't spoken to them, but a special shout out to Dr. Pendergrass for her involvement in allowing us to continue to use the San Juan College as a venue. Nice.
Very, very good. Well, and I can see how it got off to such a great start when you mentioned Joyce Donald, because nobody could say no to Joyce Donald when she would ask you to serve on any kind of committee or project or what have you. And so it is back after taking a couple of years off and retooling a little bit. You've got some new board members, but some other past board members who are helping to kind of steer the efforts for this year's new conference, right, that's coming back in February.
Yeah, that's correct. In the past, the conference was run by Excel or handwritten notes. Everything was done by hand. This year, we have purchased a software called Huva, which will organize and manage everything for us, from registration to check-in. We're very excited to use it. There's a large learning curve that we are currently going through, and we took over from the old board just recently in December. The conference is in February, so we've got a lot to do. We've been very busy recruiting speakers and also sponsors, but it's all going very well. The community has been very receptive and excited about the artificial intelligence theme for this year. And while I'm on theme,
that is the theme. That's right. Yeah.
I should have mentioned past topics. Throughout the 35-year history. Pioneering for the first conference title in 1985 was Pioneering the Future, Women Leaders of the West. In 1995, Why Good Girls Don't Get Ahead, but Gutsy Girls Do, as the history changed from a women's conference to an all-conference. In 2004, Redefining Leadership, Leveraging Emotional Intelligence to Drive Performance. 2007, the ADDIE Tools for Success, which I'm told was one of the funniest themes. Our speaker, Steve Rizzo.
Right.
And then the last one we did was Got to Choose to Love Life or Not. By keynote was Gary Schwantz. Sorry.
Nice.
Go back on that, a little bit of history there.
Yeah, very good. Well, and again, a variety of topics, and as you mentioned, the whole idea behind the conference was to be able to offer something local so that employers maybe could afford to send their folks to a local conference and not have to go out of town, and instead just bring in these speakers and find some local folks who are experts to speak on different topics at the conference that fit the theme and offer it locally to individuals. That's kind of the idea still today, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely the idea. Typically, there are employees who don't have the opportunity to travel due to budget constraints. So this conference is geared and targeted to them to provide them, the conference experience while, allowing networking opportunities for these attendees.
Right.
So it's a great opportunity for our local community, and it also allows us to invest and educate the community directly through the local attendee.
Exactly. Now I'm going to hold up the poster here about the topic here of AI, which is something we're hearing about all the time. And for folks who are interested, and again, the date is February 27th, so it'll be here before we know it, everybody. So the idea now is to register and get signed up. We'll put the QR code up there on the screen, at least in this direction, but there's also a website, fccpd.com, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
It's currently being built. Like I said, we're just getting everything off the ground. But there is a website that you can go to. Registration, shown on the flyer, will be January 23rd, 2025. That's to allow us to get things built and make sure it works well.
Gotcha.
Before it's released to the public.
Okay, so it's not available now, but it will be soon.
Will be soon, correct.
Okay, good to know. And so when we talk about AI, that gets me thinking about all kinds of different things, and of course that's who some of your speakers will be focused on, I guess, is this whole big topic, right? And I just got back from Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, which everything was talking about AI and artificial intelligence. Here at San Juan College, that's a big topic with AI in education and how maybe students are using AI correctly or incorrectly and things like that. So talk to me a little bit about the focus of the conference when it comes to AI.
Okay. First, shout out to Chris Hunter, Cornerstone Results, who was a former board member and provided us the idea, the suggestion of doing an AI conference. He has helped me recruit several speakers. Basically, he's recruited speakers from New Mexico State University, along with the keynote, Dr. Enrico Pantelli. He's the dean at New Mexico State University College of Arts and Sciences and special advisor to the power of AI. I don't think I got that power's not right, but he's a special advisor at New Mexico State University. He'll be our keynote, along with several other speakers. We have on the books right now about 7. Orion Ohev from Realm IQ, Nadia Powell from El Paso Electric. They're a large company that has begun to integrate AI into their business practices, whether it's the finance or and whatever, what other things that they do. I don't have all the details yet, and we will have speaker bios and more detail on our website soon when we get that set up this week.
You've been working on 2 of them, right?
I've been working on 2 specifically. Yeah. One of my speakers, his name's Jonathan Fisher. He's the professor of English here at San Juan College. He will be talking about AI and writing, the AI voice and Canvas. So if you use AI and want to polish up something that you've written or work on a document, make it better, AI is very, very good at that. It can predict text, it can know which direction you're going, it can offer suggestions. There's also the AI voice. So this is when you submit something to AI in your voice, so you've written it, and it polishes up for you. That's called the AI voice. So there's a juggle of keeping your own written voice, along with using the AI voice to polish up your documentation, your written word.
Interesting.
And then my other speaker is from Fort Lewis College. His name is Dr. Tom Miskovitz. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but he is a professor of marketing and actually was a presenter at the Durango conference recently, December 6th in Durango, Colorado, an AI conference, and he was a very good speaker. Very excited to have both of them and all the speakers at our conference.
Very good, very good. Well, and again, if folks are listening to us this morning or watching us this morning and thinking, I don't know how I would ever come in contact with AI or ever need AI in anything that I do, they might be surprised, because I think it's starting to come into more and more of our everyday lives when you talk about even just writing a proposal or writing a letter that can get beefed up with AI, and I think it's only going to get smarter, and maybe that distinction between the AI voice and your voice may blur in the years to come, because it will start maybe emulating more of our writing patterns and speech patterns and things like that to maybe be more individualized as to who's using it.
That's correct. And to go back to the overall conference theme, it's AI demystified. So we're explaining at a basic, very basic, maybe to an intermediate level, what AI is, how it can be used not only in your work life, but also your personal life.
Right. And again, there's a lot that's out there that has been that's coming and that will be used, and I think it can be really useful for businesses and small businesses, large businesses, any size, and consumers alike, and individuals. And I think they'll find a lot of maybe useful tools for AI, or at least maybe demystifying it, as you said, because it kind of, for some people, it's a kind of this strange thing that we're not quite sure what it is. So it'll be kind of cool to learn more about it at the conference. And so it's a full day conference, right?
With a lunch.
$110 is the registration fee for folks, which again is cheaper than going out of town for something similar. And you're bringing in all these folks from local and out of town as well. And so what are some of the other changes maybe from conferences in the past? Is there kind of a little bit more differences between what you're planning for this year than what people may remember from the last time there was a conference like this?
There is, and thanks for bringing that up. In past conferences, we would typically offer 20 or so workshops spread out through the San Juan College campus. That became difficult to manage in getting people to the right places at the right time. So we've reduced that to 3 workshops, or 3 sessions of 2 workshops each. And it's all centrally located near the Henderson Fine Arts Center.
Right.
So people can know exactly where they're going to go. We will have ambassadors, volunteers to help guide people to the various sessions that they want to attend. But we feel that's a major change from prior conferences. Other changes, excuse me, would be for this conference specifically, we will offer a hands-on discovery of AI. We will offer laptop carts in the computer lab on different AI softwares, for example, Claude, Abby, which is a AI therapy, so that attendees can interact and get to test drive a lot of these AI softwares, guided by, again, volunteers who will tell them how to do a prompt. A prompt is how do you interact and question AI on certain things, and we'll also have prompt cards. So it's a good opportunity for attendees to get some hands-on experience. And I'll also mention New Mexico State University is offering a micro-credential for AI specifically, and specifically to conference attendees only. I believe that the price is $29, and that will give you about 10 hours of academic curriculum about AI.
Interesting.
Further, yeah.
Okay. And that is something that, again, would be something that folks could use for other professional development opportunities and things like that, to say that I've got this micro-credential from an MSU, and I've had this amount of training on AI and things like that.
Absolutely.
So that could work as well. Nice. Again, the conference, Four Corners Conference for Professional Development, is back. We're excited to see it. It's coming up in February, on Thursday, February 27th, 8 to 4:45 or so, right here at San Juan College. You're working on the website, but registration will open soon. So folks, start asking around and getting your crew together to come and check it out and learn more about AI, which I think is really important. It talks a bit about some productivity skills and things like that, can be helpful maybe for both personal and professional, right?
Correct. And if I could give a special shout out to Nancy Shepard and Melanie Lewis, they've been essential in transitioning from the prior board to the current board, making sure that the new board is set up with all the tools and have everything we need to make this a success. So thank you both for all that you've done.
Very, very good. And I was just going to point out, in your other job, the hat that you wear for your full-time job, you are the assistant county treasurer, correct?
Correct.
And do you see AI maybe coming in to help in your office at some future time, or is that still something that you guys are thinking about or talking about or haven't even talked about?
After we
that's an off-the-wall question, isn't it? Yeah.
After we attend the AI conference ourselves, maybe we'll have a better idea. Carol Talby, the county treasurer, and I haven't discussed specifically how AI would integrate into our office, which has to deal with property tax collections. Our office collects, disperses, and invests monies of property taxes. So we do see AI coming into play on financial management and investing quite a bit, but we would be excited on how AI could be integrated into our office specifically.
Got you. Interesting. Yeah. And of course, a lot of those investment and other financial decisions are probably driven by the county commission and things like that, as to how county monies are invested and things like that. But it's certainly something to talk about and a potential topic in the future.
Yeah.
So we will see. Very good. Well, thank you so much for coming in, talking with me about it, Bryan, and good luck with the conference. It's exciting to see it back again, as I mentioned.
Thank you.
And a lot of folks, I hope, will be able to sign up. Again, the idea being that these have sold out in the past, so once registration is open, it's important that folks get registered, because seating is limited, right? You're limiting it to participants.
Correct. Seating is limited.
Okay. Very, very good. Well, thank you very much for coming in.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. It is the Four Corners Conference for Professional Development. It is back, coming up on Thursday, February 27th, here at San Juan College. This is KSJE.
Please hold. An AI customer service bot will be with you shortly. From American